Hi, greetings, fellow Arrowverse fans, and this month is Arrowverse August 2023. So this month we're going to be taking a look at Arrow Season 3. So let's kick things off with the very first episode of Arrow Season 3, The Calm. The episode starts with Team Arrow chasing down a criminal in a truck, and of course successfully capturing the citizens who failed the city. Felicity is watching the news as the team returns. Oliver receives a text from Thea, upsetting Roy, who leaves. Felicity says she has to go to work in the morning and leaves too. Oliver gives Diggle an early gift for his unborn daughter made by himself. But they both agree Oliver can't really afford anything currently. Dick tries to talk Oliver into asking Felicity on a date, which he later does. The next day, Laura and Oliver witness Lance giving a speech when he was promoted to captain. It was due to his doctors telling him he couldn't go out into the field. During his speech, Lance mentions that it was 5 months that had passed. A new criminal takes over, drugging some with the new formula Vertigo. Felicity and Oliver are walking by a closed Verdant when he asks her out. She at first thinks he's teasing, and then he says that he was serious. He then asks her again, and she agrees. While chasing down a criminal, Oliver and Dick call Felicity on her job for some assistance. At the same time, Oliver and Felicity discuss whether she likes Italian food. Lance is also sent along, so Oliver thanks him before he leaves. While Felicity was serving a customer, she gave a good impression, which she told her he was hiring someone in her expertise, which she notes she's now looking for a new job. She then gives him information on something that will help him with his hacking. During the date, Oliver talks about himself not being able to trust people due to his experience in Hong Kong, and the first time he met Felicity and sees the person which they reminisce their first meeting together. Their date was cut short when the restaurant was attacked by a torpedo, so Oliver carried Felicity back to the Arrow Cave. When Oliver is engaged by the Vertigo, he was injected. He was injected and became weakened and ended up losing in the fight. Lance tried to help but ended up having coronary artery spasm, but enough time for the Arrow to down Vertigo and send Lance an ambulance. Oliver and Felicity participated in the board meeting Queen Consolidated. Also revealed the man Felicity helped at the store was Palmer, which Felicity obviously regret helping. The man shows up, Oliver, and as they headed out, Oliver told Felicity that he thought Palmer would do a better job. Near the Arrow Cave, Oliver starts pushing people away because of his self-guilt. While Diggle leaves the Arrow Cave, Felicity tears. Roy tries to disarm a bomb but is unable to. Felicity tells Roy to freeze the bomb instead. Sarah, as a Black Canary, shows up. Palmer stalks Felicity to the hospital as she heads to visit Dick and his new family member. Reveal that Felicity hacked most of Palmer's tech, like his desktop and phone, and Palmer tries to apologize for misleading her and asking her if she could undo the hack. Felicity and Oliver discuss their relationship, where Oliver tells her that he can't be Arrow and Oliver Queen at the same time. Felicity tells Oliver to pretend, saying that he never loved her, but Oliver then kisses Felicity and tells her, "Don't ask me to say that I don't love you." But Felicity tells Oliver again that once they were done talking, it's over, and walks away. Barry calls Oliver saying he woke up from his coma and can use some advice. Oliver tells him he's on his way. Sarah has a brief chat with Laurel on the rooftop. After she leaves, Nancy Figure confronts Sarah. Sarah asks the Figure, "What are you doing here?" The Figure responds by shooting Sarah with 3 arrows off the building to her death. The episode ends with Laurel crying while hugging Sarah's body. In flashbacks, it shows Oliver trying to contact his family by stealing cell phones. However, he's shot at, so he rushes to a computer. He tries to send a message to his mom, but the computer is shot at too. He then wakes up inside a home of a woman and her husband. He learns that she can speak English and that everyone has been speaking Japanese. He learns that the man who had beat him up was doing so due to his son being threatened. Okay then. So anyway, let's take a look at some trivia surrounding this episode. This is the first episode of Arrow to credit John Barrowman as a series regular, though he doesn't make an appearance. Oliver says that he's approaching 52nd Street. This refers to the DC's New 52 universe. Channel 52 appears, which is also a reference to the New 52. Vincent Steelgrave is possibly a reference to Professor Steelgraves, a minor enemy of Green Arrow and Black Canary in the comics. Werner Zeidel is the alter ego of Cecil Adams from the New 52, originally Warner Vertigo. Greg Osborne is named one of Zidle's accomplices. In the comics, Greg Osborne was a corrupt CIA agent who blackmailed Green Arrow into hunting down Shadow for him. Felicity utters the word frack, a popular expletive from the Battlestar Galactica franchise. Ray Palmer's use of belt buckle as a projector is likely a reference to how in the comics he could only change size using a special belt. During his presentation, Ray mentions his aspiration to transform Starling City into Star City. This is a reference to the city's name in the comics. Shintaro Shimosawa, one of the crime bosses at the boxing match, is the name of a producer who both wrote an episode of Smallville and produced the horror film The Grudge. Ferris is one of the boxing match's sponsors. In the comics, Ferris employs Hal Jordan, better known as the superhero Green Lantern. Also, the logo is the same as that in the 2011 film Green Lantern. Ostrander Rum, another of the sponsors, is a reference to John Ostrander, who created, among others, the modern version of the Suicide Squad. The scene where Barry calls Oliver takes place minutes before Oliver meets the Barry to give him superhero advice, which took place in the pilot episode of The Flash. The tune that is sung by Zidle is in the Hall of the Magic King by Edvard Grieg. The Flash August episode, along with Unthinkable, confirmed that Oliver did not spend all of his 5 years away on Lian Yu. During the boxing scene, one of the fighters' support teams is wearing Wildcat robes. Wildcat was a boxer turned superhero for DC beginning in the 1940s, becoming one of their first non-metahuman or alien heroes. In flashbacks, Oliver checks his email where a mini calendar can be seen to the side, being that the flashback is 5 years before the main story. Although no month is given, August is the only month in 2009 with 31 days, being on Saturday as seen on the calendar. And finally, let's take a look at a goof. There was an era when Oliver described his love life, when he said his girlfriend before Sarah shot the girlfriend before her. It was actually the opposite. So Oliver should have said was, my girlfriend before that, she was shot by my girlfriend before that. Wow. So overall, I think this episode is kind of interesting, and yeah, I'm kind of bummed that things aren't going so well for Oliver and Felicity in the beginning, but hey, you know what? Hopefully things will get better for them by the end of the season, so there's that. So yeah. So overall, I give The Calm 3 arrowheads out of 5. Well, in 2 minutes, we take a look at the next episode, Sarah. So until then, in the words of Oliver Queen, you have failed this city.